Hi again, Leslie. So the WUSA 9 Verify team has been going over your emails day and night, and there is a lot of important questions on your mind. Misinformation is everywhere right now. Plenty of people are losing money, and that includes business owners who are anxious to get the doors back open. Shirin Nariman has a spa in Northern Virginia and asked us to verify if spas in Northern Virginia are able to open this week, or should we wait until the 29th? Well, this is a great question because right now there are certain rules for Northern Virginia jurisdictions and different rules for the rest of the Commonwealth. So we got the answer by examining the governor's executive orders from May 8th and May 12th. Those outline how the state will reopen as part of Phase 1. So in the first order, in effect now, spas are specifically referenced here in Section 6. They are allowed to reopen in Phase 1, along with salons, massage and tattoo parlors, and barber shops. A spa that is part of a gym, though, cannot reopen just yet. All right, so days later, the governor signed a second executive order, and that order lists specific Northern Virginia areas that will not enter Phase 1 until it expires May 29th. Arlington, Fairfax, Loudoun, and Prince William counties, as well as the cities of Fairfax, Alexandria, Falls Church, Manassas, and Manassas Park, and the towns of Leesburg, Dumfries, Herndon, and Vienna. So we can verify. False. Spas cannot reopen in Northern Virginia right now until at least May 29th. Anytime you've got a question for our Verify team, just hit us up and we'll try and get you an answer. Just send us an email to verify@wusa9.com. Back to you.